Hey all beautiful people out there, what's up? This is Avajit Naik, aka the Code Man. In this video, we're gonna be doing a coding exercise. We'll be seeing how to implement a password validator in Java. So let's dive into our code. So this is my sublime text, and I'm gonna be naming the file as password.java. Password.java. So the task is that whatever the password is entered by the user should be having at least one small letter, one capital letter, one special character, and one numerical value. And it should be at least 5 characters long. If it is not, then we're gonna be throwing an exception that is defined by us. That is a user-defined exception. So we're gonna be also using the concept of exception handling in this code. So it'd be better if you have a basic idea about exception handling, and that even if you don't worry, you're gonna be not facing any difficulty in this code implementation. So first we need to import our scan class. So let's import an import java.util.scanner. That's it. Now we need to define our exception class. So it's class password exception uh, extends exception, because all classes, all the user-defined exceptions in Java is defined as a class that extends the exception superclass. So here I will be having a method void message which has a void return type, and this and the message would be something like system dot println. Okay, println, and the message would be the password must contain at least one capital letter, one small letter, oops, sorry, letter, one small letter, one special character, and let's print the rest of the things on the new line. So we be using this /n, one special character, one small letter, one capital letter, yeah, one numerical value, and it should be at least, sorry, at least 5 characters long. That's it. And here we are. We have defined our message. That's the only thing we need here. Now let's define our main class. That's public class password. Now this password class is our main class, and this will be containing the method that will throw this exception, password exception, that we have defined just now. So in our password class, the data member would be the password which the user will give us. So string password, and in our constructor, let's initialize this password string password. This dot password equals password. That's it. We have initialized our password. Now let's define the method that will check for our password. So that's void validate password. So now we need to declare 4 string objects such that each one of them stores each of the conditions that we have specified for our password. That is, um, we're gonna be declaring a string object, uh, capital alphabets, alphabets equals to, and this will be initialized to null, empty string for the time. Um, like that, we need string small alphabets. What these string objects will do is that they will store the count of the occurrence of capital letters, small letter, numbers, and the special characters. So small alphabets equals to, and we have string numbers equals to none empty string, and this is string special characters. Oops, characters. Yes. No. Now we need to loop over password to check each and every character, and accordingly we need to increase. We'll be storing them in these string objects. So for integer I equals to 0. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, we need to check each and every character of our password. So first we need to convert our password to a character array, and then we need to iterate over those array and check for the occurrences of capital letters, small letters, numbers, and special characters. And how do we do that here? We write the code like this: for char a in uh, password dot to char array. This is a inbuilt Java method which converts the string into a character array, dot to char array, and a is our variable that will iterate over each and every character of this password character array and check for the occurrences of our conditions. So for char a in password dot to char array, now we need to use the ASCII values. So for capital letters, the ASCII values start from 65 and end at 90. The 65 plus 25, so that's 90, and uh, that covers from A to Z capital letters. So if A is greater than or equal to 65 and A is less than or equal to 90, then capital alphabets plus equals to character dot to string A. Now since capital alphabets is of string type, we cannot store A. We cannot concatenate A directly. We need to convert it first to string, and then only we can store it in capital alphabets. That's why we have used character dot to string method. And else, if A, now we need the ASCII values for small letters. So that starts from 97 and ends at 122. So let's type it out. If A is greater than equal to 97 and A is smaller than or equal to 122, then small alphabets plus equals to character dot to string of A. Now else, if now we need to check the numbers. So for numbers, the ASCII value starts from 48 and ends at 57. So let's type it. Yeah, here. If a is greater than or equal to 48 and a is uh, we have, yeah, 57, then numbers plus equals to character dot to string a. Else, and if all of these conditions don't satisfy, then we will add a to the special characters object equals to character dot string a. And yeah, before this for loop we also need to check one more condition, that the length of the password should be greater than or equal to 5. So that will be if password dot length, if password dot length is greater than or equal to 5, then only we need to proceed with these conditions. Okay, now here if now we need to check for the length of all these 4 string objects that we have declared. If any one of these is equal to 0, that means our password is incorrect, or I mean it doesn't satisfy the conditions that is needed for a password. So if capital alphabets dot length equal to 0, we enclosing it in another braces. So 0 or small alphabets dot length equals to 0 or numbers dot length equals to 0 or uh, special characters dot length equals 0, then we need to throw the exception. So here in our method validate password, we need to throw the exception. We'll be using the throws keyword because the throws keyword is used in the method signature to throw those exceptions which can occur because of the which can occur due to the contents of the method body. So the exception that we have named is password exception. So here it will be throws password exception, and we use the throw keyword inside the method body to call this exception if the following conditions are not satisfied. So here we say throw new password exception, and if these conditions are satisfied, then we'll be printing out a simple cute message that your password is validated. So system.out.print ln this is a valid password. And we also had one more if condition here. So so if this condition is not validated, that is if the length of password is smaller than 5 characters, then we'll be again throwing the exception. So it will be throw new password exception. So we have completed our method body. Now let's declare the main method. So yeah, main. Here let's declare a scanner object. Scanner is equals to new scanner system.in. So, and let's create the object of our main class, that's password. So password p equals to new password, and we also need to pass password as our constructor argument. So here we'll be asking the user for password, system.println, enter your password, and we need to store this into a variable. So string object string pass equals to s.next line. I'll be storing it here and passing it to our constructor pass. Now we need to define our try and catch blocks. So try p dot password validation, so that's validate password. Try this code, and if it throws any exception, then catch it here. Catch password exception e, and print out the message e dot message. And we also need the stack trace to know at which line the exception occurs. E dot print stack trace, and that's an inbuilt method of the exception class. So e dot print stack trace. So we have successfully implemented our password validator. Now let's execute it. And as usual, I'll be using JDoodle for this. Paste my code here. Now let me turn on the interactive mode and execute it. Okay, enter your password. I'm gonna enter a random password that consists of only these small characters. Let's see if it throws an exception. Yes, it throws an exception. The password must contain at least one capital letter, one small letter, one special character, one numerical value, and it should be at least 5 characters long. And the exception occurred at line number 35 and 52. 35 is here, yes, throws an exception here, and 52 here. I mean, the exception occurred when it tried to execute this method. And let's execute it with a valid password now. So a valid password must contain at least one capital letter, one small letter, and one special character, and a number. And it should be of length 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. See this. Yes, this is a valid password. Yeah, you have entered the right password. Let's execute once more with a shorter length. So this. That's it. And yeah, and one small character. Oh, password is not 5 characters. It's not at least 5 characters long, so it threw you an exception. And what if we don't put the small characters in only the other 3 conditions? Let's check for that too. That's small, 2, and some more capital letters. Yeah, so it will throw the exception whenever the all those conditions are not satisfied, and it will show that this is a valid password only when all of these conditions are satisfied. So here is our password validator. We have successfully implemented a password validator in Java, and I'm gonna be releasing a video on having a password validator on a web page. So that video is gonna be more graphical. It won't be as dry as this video. And so stay tuned. We'll be doing whole of this code. I mean, the logic would be same, but we'll be doing it in JavaScript. I will be adding graphics using CSS. So if you like my video, give it a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button. And stay tuned for more of these programming tutorials. Okay, peace.